You ever date someone who seems too perfect? Like they came out of a haunted Build-A-Babe workshop where they picked only the most dangerously attractive parts. That was Lily. She was funny, she smelled like cinnamon and thunderstorms, and she could outdrink, outsmoke, and outquote The Shining better than any guy I knew. She also had the attention span of a raccoon and a closet full of vintage knives, which I originally chalked up to quirky girlfriend stuff. Oh, and she ate human hearts. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We met at a pop-up taxidermy museum, because of course we did. She was standing over a stuffed raccoon wearing a cowboy hat, whispering to it like they had history. I thought it was cute. Deranged, but cute. We clicked instantly. She was magnetic, drenched in mystery, wore black lace like she was born in a coffin. I'm talking full Wednesday Addams, but hotter and possibly on meth. By week 3, she moved in. Things were great. The sex was insane, the conversation stimulating, and the weird dead bird collection in her knit-stand only slightly unsettling. Then came the smell. It started faint, like someone had slow-cooked a blood sausage inside a rusty chainsaw. Then it got stronger. One night, I came home early and thought, did someone gut a deer in the living room? I followed the stench to the hall closet. It was padlocked. When I asked her about it, she laughed and said, "That's where I keep my regrets." I thought, cute. Also, what? Then things got juicy. She started disappearing at odd hours. Always came back humming some weird lullaby and smelling like copper and Chanel No. 5. She'd open the fridge, sniff the deli meats like they were an insult, and toss them straight in the trash. One time, she licked a raw steak and whispered, "Nice try, cow." Romantic. The final straw, or rather, the final organ was when I woke up one night to find her crouched in front of the fridge, shirtless, whispering sweet nothings to what appeared to be a human heart nestled on a china plate. "You're my favorite," she cooed to it, petting it like a hamster. I cleared my throat. She turned around, blood on her lips like a deranged Betty Crocker, and said, "Hey babe, want breakfast?" So I did what any rational man would do. I screamed like a Victorian housewife and threw a jar of pickles at her. To her credit, she caught it one-handed and said, "Okay, let's talk." Over coffee, mine with cream, hers with let's call it organic additives. She broke it down for me. Apparently, she was born with something called a sanguinal hunger, which sounds like a death metal band, but is somehow worse. Her body literally decomposes if she doesn't feed on human hearts once or twice a month. "Why hearts?" I asked. "They're rich in iron and metaphor," she said. "Also, kidneys taste like regret." She insisted she never killed anyone directly. She just found hearts, usually from bad people, or Craigslist, or both. When I asked what happened if she didn't eat, she showed me. She peeled off her shirt and revealed a patch of gray, flaky skin crawling up her side like old wallpaper. "This is 2 days without," she said. By day 6, I start smelling like a dead possum in a microwave. I nodded. "I want to stop, babe, I do. But then I remember how good it feels to eat something that used to feel things. Romance." I thought about breaking up with her. Really. But she made pancakes the next morning, played Bowie on vinyl, and said I love you with such sincerity, I couldn't walk away. Plus, it's hard to find a girl who's hot, likes horror movies, and isn't a Pisces. So I stayed. And I helped. It started with me driving the getaway car. Then came freezer maintenance, ethical sourcing, and a very awkward Christmas dinner where her aunt asked what we did for fun and Lily answered, organ harvesting. No one laughed. Except me. But then she slipped. She brought home a heart that didn't belong to a scumbag drug dealer or a cheating stockbroker. This one belonged to a mailman. A mailman. Man. I thought he was sketchy. She said. He had a bag of letters and a beagle, Lily. We fought. She cried. I threw a heart at her. It bounced off the wall with a sickening plop. She said she'd stop for real this time. And she did. For 8 days. I came home on day 9 and found her lying on the floor, smelling like mildew and broken promises, shaking and whispering, "I miss chewing." So we made a deal. We went vegan. Well, I went vegan. She, however, switched to donated hearts only. You'd be shocked how many organs go unused. With some bribes and a charming fake-it as doctor. Lilith Chambers. She had access to a black market organ bank run by a guy named Stan, who did open heart surgeries in an Arby's basement. Everyone's got a hustle. Things normalized. We bought a mini fridge just for hearts. She labeled them with Sharpies like they were Tupperware. Cheating ex, rodeo clown, dentist with weird vibes. We even started a podcast. Hearts and Crafts. I did interviews. She gave dating advice. Sometimes we reviewed horror movies while she snacked on what looked like raspberry jello, but definitely wasn't. The fans ate it up. Figuratively. Eventually, we got engaged. Her ring had a tiny heart in the design. Real one. Freeze-dried. Sealed in resin. Our wedding was beautiful. Gothic cathedral. Candlelit. Our vows included the phrase, "I promise not to eat your organs unless you forget our anniversary." Everyone laughed. Mostly. Now we live in the country. Quiet. Peaceful. Chickens in the yard. Heart fridge in the garage. I do freelance graphic design. She's working on a cookbook. Organically yours. Gourmet meals for the ethical cannibal. We're happy. She still gets cravings, but we've got a donor list and a system. Love is compromise. And if you think I'm sick for staying, you've clearly never been in love with someone who eats people, but also makes the best eggs Benedict you've ever had. And between you and me, the sex is still absolutely killer.